Alright, gents, good evening. It's Monday, November 7th, the eve prior to Election Day. And hey, today we're going to go through the status of our open positions. We're going to look at possible new trade setups, and then we'll cover the best directional trading system that I've seen for the intraday time frame. But hey, I got to tell you, man, it really looks like the markets have already figured out that Hillary's going to win. I mean, 50 handles up in the S&P today. Oh my gosh. That's just insane. I mean, just an insane move. If you guys remember last week, I mentioned that I kept building the case that for an explosive rally this week. It was inevitable. Knew it was coming. But I got tricked again. I should know by now after this year the way things play out. And I actually mentioned to, I think it was Drew, that, this thing's going to come when it's least expected. And, I should have went back and did some analysis, just some, talking to myself on when the least likely time of an explosive rally would occur, and it would have been Monday. Any way you shake it, there's no way I would have seen a 50 handle rally coming pre-election. After the election, yeah. In fact, if you remember, I talked about, I was talking about the low in the S&P and about it being 100 to 140 points higher, going into the end of the year. And guys, we're halfway there. Today! I mean, one day, we're halfway there. This thing is just insane to the upside. And, you heard my rant this morning. I'm not going to go back into that. You heard enough this morning. So, hey, what a rally. We're going to take a look at the markets a little bit. I'll just go over the charts on the S&P and crude, and we'll just take a look and see where some common sense levels are. We can take some trades, maybe going in to tomorrow for the election day if we get any jiggle in this market. So anyway, let's get started with our open trades. Hey, why will that not... There we go. Alright, perfect. Okay, guys, there we go. Alright, we're going to take a look at the crude strangle. We got a little bump up in price from crude. Of course, crude market went right with the stock market. It's good news for the crude market that Hillary's going to be the next president. So, hey, why not rally and get on the bandwagon with everything else? Here we are, the crude market. I know that relieved a lot of you guys. I'm glad to see that. Glad to see. I just want to see some two-sided action. One-way moves is the death of us. And I know you guys were doing everything in your power to hang on. Hey, today was a good day. Should have been a really good day. We had a big turnaround in the personal and the double it up portfolio. So here's the one in my personal account. We put it on October 21st with 55 days to go in the crude market. We currently have 38 days to go. We're down 1580. We're in good shape. Here's price. Here's 10% down, 10% up. I like where we're at. So I think a lot of theta is going to come out of this trade after the election. So let's just see if we can hang on to this thing. And for some of you guys have got less than a week, maybe 8 days to go or something along those lines. Alright, so nothing else to do here. I made adjustments last week. Happy with where the adjustments are. No changes due today. Alright, let's move over into the retirement account. Here is the broken wing butterfly that we put on September 26th with 58 days to go. We currently have 18. We've been very good at sitting on our hands in this one and just letting it play out. 18 days to go. We're up 1,070. Here's price in really good shape. 50 handle up move today in the SPX, guys. I mean, we were down here on this end all the way back up in one fell swoop. Just unbelievable. I still cannot believe the upside moves in this stock market. So this just, guys, when this thing unravels, it is going to unravel in a grand fashion. So just mark my word, when it unravels, it's going to unravel miraculously. I hope we're on the short side of this thing. Anyway, nothing to do here on the broken wing butterfly. I expect more theta to come out of this trade after the election tomorrow, so we should pump it up, should get close to that 25% profit target tomorrow, unless we get up 75 points in the S&Ps, close to 700 in the Dow. Highly possible if it's confirmed tomorrow that Hillary wins, so we could see all-time highs tomorrow in the stock market tomorrow night. Much to my chagrin. Okay, here is the last broken wing butterfly I put on. October 24th was 60 days to go. We have 46. We're only down 114 bucks in this one. We'll just continue riding this one out. I do not expect it to go back down and challenge this area at all. In fact, I'm going to go in more than likely after the election day and just load up my retirement account with, I'm going to sell a bunch of put credit spreads because, I'm telling you guys, that low that we put in Friday is the low going into the end of the year. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm just going to sell put credit spreads in SPX. I'm going to sell puts in S&P futures until I've got no more money left in my accounts, because this thing is going to scream higher. So I expect this price to be way up here post-election. Yeah, one night. We were up 50 today. We'll probably go up 100 tomorrow. So anyway, that's what we're looking at in our retirement account trades. Look really good. These broken wing butterflies. This is exactly, in these trades, I don't really care how high we go, because 30 days to go, I'm going to start selling call credit spreads against these things and make them look like iron condors. That's where I expect to make the money on these things. Anyway, that looks pretty good right there. Let's look at the iron condor. We're right where we need to be in the iron condor, but we've got 34 days to go. We were down here Friday. Now we're way back up here. Even though that's really in really good shape, what I want to see is some two-sided action. But I'm afraid we are not going to get it. There is no doubt in my mind we are going to scream to all-time highs before the end of the year. More than likely before we get to that Fed announcement. There's just too much pent-up too much pent-up buying pressure in the stock market. It's been present all year long. It hasn't gone away. They cannot keep this thing down. That 9-day down move was the worst 9-day down move. Worst down move I've ever seen. They didn't even flush them out. It just trickled down to the downside. So no flush out to the downside because they can't get them down. I mean, the worst possible scenario, the only thing that they've got to take this market down is an FBI, the pursuit of Hillary. That's what took the market down, and then the subsequent rally after that. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, this thing is poised higher. So, but for us, it's a one-way trade. All we do is sell puts, put credit spreads, all for the next 6 weeks. That's it. That's the name of the game. All right, so we're down 413 in the Iron Condor. No big deal. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to do here. Really good shape in the Iron Condor on the double it up strategy. So again, this is where we're trying to intentionally double our money every 12 months. We're in fine shape. We're up $32 in this thing. Right here is price. 10% down is over here. 10% up is right there. Like where we're at, there's nothing to do here. We sit back and wait and just see how things play out. All right, let's take a look at the best directional system. You guys might notice I changed my header info up there. I'm just dinking around a little bit with what looks the best. So you know, if you have an opinion, let me know. If you don't, that's okay. Anyway, here we go. This is the Australian dollar versus Canadian dollar. We're in a downtrend. This last downtrend going into the last part of the day was right here. Could have gotten a profit target there. Here is, ooh, you just barely had a really small oval right there, but that's where the trend was down, and we got the signals back here. So we should have gotten at least a partial profit target out of that one. Hit our profit target for sure, but if we had any left over going for the home run, we'd have probably closed that portion out for a break even. All right, here's Russell futures. Big trend going into the end of the day right here. Last 30 minutes, just one of the biggest rallies. Last 30 minutes I think I've seen in a long time. This thing just shot up out of, not just only the Russell, but NASDAQ, the S&P futures, just ripped higher the last 30 minutes of the day. Just an unbelievable close into an already unbelievable rally. But here's the Russell. Could have banked a lot of good money. Definitely would have hit our profit targets on this one. There was a long-term trend. Switch over here, automated signals say buy, buy, buy. So that's what you would have done had you been trading that one. Okay, over here is platinum. I'm going to start tracking the platinum market instead of gold. I really like how platinum trades. I've been watching it for weeks and weeks versus gold as far as how traders play on it, and I got to tell you, the signals are really good in the platinum market. So anyway, here's the downtrend. So now we wait. We would not have traded that signal there because the long-term trend only changed this bar. So we go down, we rally back up, we get this signal. This is where we would have gotten in at on that trade going down right there. So beautiful trade in platinum. Here's Apple. At the very start of this little $2 collapse prior to the huge rally going into the end of the day. You know, it looks like they tried to shake everybody out. I'm fairly certain that's what it was. I don't know. Maybe there was a news event where they said they might reopen the FBI case against Hillary one more time. Maybe that's what it was. You know, they just wanted to shake things out and let everybody at Goldman get in long again. So then I can probably hear them right now say, "Oh, sorry, mistake. We're not going to do anything against Hillary. Goldman's in. Everybody up here at the trading desk has their long positions in. So hey, it's up in a way. So you know they banked a year's worth of profits probably in the last 30 minutes of trading today, guys. That's how it works. Anyway, down right here. And we get the signal. You don't get the first one because the trend's not down yet. So trend turns down on the longer term chart somewhere right in here. You see that red dot right there. Next bar over, we get the little bump up. So signals 2 and 3 are really the first and the second ones you see when the trend turns, and you got more than enough room to get your profit target there out of Apple. All right, here's our pairs trades. Yeah, here it is. I can barely see the oval. This is where we took the trade on the long-term chart. Here it is on the short-term trigger chart. So we get in, and it's just up and away. No heat at all. So just a clear track up to grab some profits. All right, guys, that's it there. Let's take a look at Alright guys, let's take a look at S&Ps. Unbelievable rally, guys. Just unbelievable. Remember what I told you, closing inside this thing. I mean, geez, I didn't imagine in a million years we closed at 2080, and I didn't think we'd close clean almost halfway back up into the rectangle. Today, one day later. It's just unbelievable. One of the most incredible moves I've seen in a long time to the upside. So those typically do not come back down and get anywhere close to that. If we get lucky tomorrow and we retrace half of this up move, which is really right here about at the open, I think that's up 20, 25 points right there. So we went another 25 up into the trading day. So if we get back down there again, that's the only thing, guys, that would change my my slant on this low, is a complete reversal tomorrow. This thing has to reverse that whole bar tomorrow for a high probability shot at going back down and testing that. Otherwise, it's not going to do it. Any down move we get in the S&Ps, sell them for everything you've got at the bottom of that range right there. Just don't even worry about the ranges I plot. Sell them in that area right there. If we get anywhere close to that, you will not, you probably won't catch any heat at all for it. So yeah, it's just a rip roaring rally, guys, and I don't never seen many of those come back and falter. That's some strength. As much as I hate it, as much as I detest it, as much disdain as I have for it, that move was impressive. So important low, very important low, I think, and that's how we got to play it until it proves otherwise. Bond market yawned at the Hillary news. Look at the bond market. Just did absolute. I mean, it closed up there Friday. Excuse me. We did get a little bit of a down move, but that's nothing compared to the stock market. Absolutely nothing. So as volatile as the bond market has been, for this thing to just completely yawn at what the stock market did, is I can't put the two together. So we're just going to see how this plays out. Maybe we'll get some volatility tomorrow on election day. Let's take a look at crude right quick. All right, we look at that, guys. Remember the level that I plotted. Look where crude went to. Went right to that level and stopped. It peaked above, and it still cannot get above that level right there. That level is crucial to get across. It's not a coincidence that the market is stuck right there. It's not a lucky pick of a level. It's just plain common sense on how these markets trade and what the important levels are. So that was a very crucial level. It's got to close above that. It hasn't closed significantly above it, guys. Until it does, we're still susceptible to a downside move. Coming back down, possibly testing this, or a little zigzag move where we go back down and reach for the lower level right there. So we got to get above that. That's what we're looking for in the crude market. So just still be careful in crude. See if we'll hold the bid, see what the action is tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Gold market, gold market sold off in concert with the stock market's rally. This is really in line with the stock market's move. As ridiculous as I think it is, this is in line with stock market. Okay, guys, you know what? I don't have anything else to rant about, nothing else to talk about, nothing else to show you. So I think that's a wrap for tonight, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys over here tomorrow night for election night. I'll have things set up where we can do some trading. I'll try to have about 4 markets up where we can take a look at those. I plan on trading them as long as we get some volatility in the market. So anyway, looking forward to it, and this is BA signing out.